From the Virgil, a production of the A&A Media Group and Consider It Done Productions. Award-winning, aging, and awesome. Here are your hosts, Kai Sisson and Aaron Breen.
Hello. Come on in and join us for Aging and Awesome, our weekly show aimed at informing, enlightening, and inspiring older people to be active, healthy, and young at heart.
You know, boss, I feel like this has been a very active week out there. I mean, we've got a lot to share on the show this week.
That's right, we do, Breen. We have Dr. Trudy Larson with Northern Nevada Hopes. She'll be here to talk about getting through common barriers to healthcare. We'll hear about a new approach to joint pain from Dr. Lloyd Decker with Reno Regenerative Medicine. And of course, we'll take a spin in my cab. But first, we'll shine a light on George Crozet, who is not only active himself, but urging others to join him.
That is exactly right. George has taken up a new kind of swimming. It's called open water swimming, and he's encouraging swimmers and thrill seekers of all ages to join him out there on the water. We caught up with him at Donner Lake.
Welcome to another Aging and Awesome adventure. Don't be intimidated, we're going to show you how to open water swim. So today we're going to talk about entry level for people who would like to start some open water swimming. And Dan, tell us, there is a difference between swimming in a pool and open water swimming for sure. What is that difference?
Absolutely. You're going to feel the difference immediately by being isolated and by yourself. In a pool, you've got the bottom, you've got people around you.
Come on, George, get in the water.
Come on!
I'm going.
As soon as you step into any open water environment, you're going to be on your own. And you have to think that way. You can't expect somebody else to take care of you. Unless, of course, you take the wise step of having somebody come with you and be a guide for you, paddling on a paddleboard or a kayak or something like that, especially when you're new to what you're doing.
As you just heard, with open water swimming, it's always safety first. And that includes friends of support and the proper gear.
You wear something bright for your head, you've got good visibility, you've got a flotation device that you can count on. Water's the great equalizers. Everybody's 11 inches tall, and the only thing that's going to have you standing out to a boat operator or somebody else in the water is a bright color.
Well, Dan, thank you so much. You've been a great coach to me and helped me get through my anxiety at open water swimming. And we're going to see you back in the water here shortly. So you have to be vigilant and safe, but the payoff is tremendous as an adventure and as general conditioning. Kevin Sawchuk is a neurologist and a multi-sport athlete. So Kevin, how does open water swimming benefit us as a person?
So exercise is one of the most powerful things that someone can do to stay awesome as they get older. Lots of people get bad joints, knees, hips, and it's hard for them to run or do weight-bearing exercises. But swimming is very, very low impact, great cardiovascular exercise, and helps keep range of motion in joints really well.
So Kevin, what do you personally get out of open water swimming?
It's a great way for me to recover and still get some kind of a workout in a day.
So it's a good sport for multi-sport athletes to use also?
Absolutely. Yeah, most multi-sport athletes swimming is part of their triathlon training, and so it's critical for them.
And you can come to it at any age. Just ask my good friend, Phil Dolan. Phil, how young are you?
Well, I'm 76 in October.
76, young guy. So Phil, why do you open water swim?
Well, I enjoy it. It's hard to articulate just how wonderful it is. It's just an adventure as opposed to swimming in a pool, which is kind of a workout. You come out here, you get in the water, and it's a moment for you.
So it's a moment, meaning that it's very surreal.
It is surreal indeed.
It's very meditative.
Yeah.
It's a chance for you to come out here and just swim and just let the world disappear around you. My past experiences, I had a triathlon 10 years ago that was a very difficult swim that created a lot of anxieties for the next 8 years for me. And so with Coach Dan, starting to get out here and get more comfortable in open water. I'm probably 90% comfortable, but not entirely. But it just takes time, it takes common sense. So come on out, join us for some open water swimming, and be safe. Oh, dude.
High five. Good deal.
Good job, guys.
So when you joining George?
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think I could even get into one of those wetsuits if I absolutely had to. However, if you're interested, we got all the contact information for you on our website at agingandawesome.com.
Now don't go away, we've got so much more to come. Joint pain is a common problem, but you can treat it without using pain medication or surgery. Dr. Decker from Reno Regenerative Medicine will explain how. Dr. Trudy Larson has some valuable information on getting over hurdles to get health care. And of course, we'll take a spin in my cab. But first, we reconvene with Aaron Breen after this short break.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tammy from the TMJ and Sleep Therapy Center of Reno. There are so many issues you might be experiencing, from jaw pain and headaches to snoring, sleepiness, and difficulty concentrating. We are the only TMJ specialists in Northern Nevada providing comprehensive TMJ and sleep apnea treatment. We're proud to offer same-day imaging to get you on a path toward relief from your symptoms. Our non-surgical TMJ treatments will help you breathe, sleep, heal, and most importantly, live better. Call to make your appointment today.
I thought there was nothing people could do about scams until I found Better Business Bureau's Scam Tracker website. There, I learned about scams in my area.
I lost a lot of money.
And I shared my story too. I was offered an online work from home job. I spent all this money on course training materials, but there was no job. So be careful.
Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. Better Business Bureau. Start with trust.
Eden Home Health is Northern Nevada's highest-rated home health for quality of patient care. You have a choice. Ask your doctor for the best in-home health care, Eden Home Health. And Eden Hospice. The personalized care team at Eden Hospice is dedicated to focusing on your loved one's quality of life during a difficult time. Eden Hospice's mission is to ensure dignity for every patient. Find out how Eden Hospice can help your family by calling 841-6123.
Living at Lakeside Manor, an independent senior living community in the heart of Reno, means pleasure for the residents and peace of mind for their families. Rooms are available now, starting at $17.50 a month. Take a tour of Lakeside Manor today.
Hello, come on in. You know, sometimes balance can make all the difference in your attitude, in your day. It can make the difference in your life. I mean, it's really good to work hard at whatever it is that you do, but you need to know when to give yourself a break. Now, I've got a friend, a couple of them actually, who are really committed to exercise. And this one, she gets up every day at 5:30 to get to the gym before she goes to work. That's commitment. It's all I can do to make myself run, you know, when it's not too hot, not too cold, and the bone spur in my heel doesn't hurt. I have been on a big push to try and lose some weight, but I can't seem to commit to all the Weight Watchers, no sugar in this, no sugar in that, make all your recipes this way, then you can eat more, but you know, it all tastes like sawdust, sorry. So I just eat a lot less of everything, and I'm not giving up cream in my coffee. I have tried it, and you know what, I even got down to half and half for a while, and then I decided life is too short for half and half. Sure, it's a trade-off, having to eat raw vegetables and just drink water for the rest of the day, but some days that is absolutely worth it to put cream in your coffee. My life seemed so out of whack when I first got back from Ireland. So much walking there and so much sitting here. So I have some advice. I think you need to find a little balance with your life. Take a little time off. Enjoy a vacation. Turn off your cell phone like for the whole weekend. Focus on friends instead of your problems. Maybe focus on their problems. And listen as much as you talk. That's kind of a hard one for me. Do your projects a little at a time instead of trying to kill yourself to get it all done in one day. Enjoy the time that you have when things are actually good, because you never know when hard times are lurking around the corner. and splurge once in a while. Okay, my long-term goal has been to lose 50 pounds. And I'm just about a little over halfway there. But I say still, once in a while, you gotta splurge, like have a Hostess cupcake now and again. Sure, it's fattening and it's full of sugar and it's processed. But it's so good. And I'll be thinking about that when I run it off later today. You know, when it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and the bone spur in my heel doesn't hurt too much. For Aging and Awesome, I'm Erin Breen.
Reconvene with Erin Breen is presented by The Medicare Store. The Medicare Store offers free, unbiased personal Medicare advice. Visit themedicarestore.com to find a location near you.
Life is story. Pages of amazing adventure and narrow escapes. Bold steps taken, races run, chapters on love and hard lessons and new beginnings. Your life, your legacy, our privilege to serve. Morningstar Senior Living.
For homeowners insurance and property taxes, there's a reverse mortgage. To replace that aging car or take that long anticipated vacation, there's a reverse mortgage. For peace of mind, that's priceless, but a reverse mortgage can help. I'm Tom McDonald, a reverse mortgage expert with Mutual of Omaha here in Reno. Call me at 878-8887 today to learn if a reverse mortgage can provide all this for you.
Aging and Awesome is proudly presented by Reno Regenerative Medicine. Do you experience joint stiffness, tingling, burning, numbness, back or neck pain? Have you been told drugs and surgery are your only options? Reno Regenerative Medicine empowers patients to heal naturally, avoid unnecessary drugs and surgeries, and get to the root cause of your pain. Reno Regenerative Medicine, located in South Reno and in Sparks, is ready to evaluate and help alleviate your pain so you can get back to doing what you love. Call family-owned Reno Regenerative Medicine at 775-218-9236. Erin Breen here. If you have Medicare, you already know that good health care starts with choosing the right Medicare plan. That's why I'm here at the Medicare Store, where they offer free, unbiased, personal Medicare advice. So come by or visit themedicarestore.com.
Hablamos español.
Welcome back to Season 8 of Aging and Awesome. You know, sometimes services are available in our community, but they are hard to access. And Dr. Trudy Larson with Northern Nevada Hopes knows that all too well. And she's joining us now to discuss some of the barriers that come when accessing healthcare. Dr. Larson, first and foremost, what's the biggest hurdle a lot of people face?
You name it. It really is individual. Paperwork is a big one. Trying to figure out if you have the resources to pay. So paying for things is always a big deal. Convenience, how do you get there? Is it someplace that's open when you're available? So all of those are major barriers for everybody, but particularly for seniors, especially the transportation part.
Absolutely. Transportation, advocacy. Some people don't realize they have to really push sometimes.
They do, and I think there's an attitude at times where I don't want to say anything because I'm afraid I won't get services. At Northern Nevada Hopes, really, it's a federally qualified health center, so they serve everybody. So there are no barriers except finding an appointment time. Thankfully, we recently expanded services in our new Bell Street facility. And so now we're taking new patients again. We're hoping our waiting lists go down. But I think that's part of it, that people need to be aggressive, they need to call, they need to set up. And once they get there, many things are covered that are of concern for people. We have social workers. We have behavioral health, which is huge. We all had a difficult time during COVID, with depression and anxiety and a lot of other things. And so those behavioral health services are part of what's at Hopes, all in the same place, and the lab, and the pharmacy. And so I think that is a very beneficial thing for persons to come one time to one place to be able to access services and have people help you as you really get those services and get healthier, which is what we all want to do.
We're very lucky to have a Northern Nevada Hopes here in our community. In comparison to other communities, what does Northern Nevada compare in terms of access?
So we have 2 federally qualified health centers here in town, Community Health Alliance and Northern Nevada Hopes. Same mission. Everybody is welcome. but we cover different parts of our community. And so we do a good job, but there's always more people, and there's always more vulnerable people, people with limited resources that our community needs to take care of. And so expansion is really important, continuing to add professionals to our staff so we can see more patients. We don't have enough, we truly don't. But that is part of our mission, is to make sure that we are able to expand and help our community.
Well, that's probably the biggest need, right? More resources.
More resources, always.
Well, do we have any questions from our live studio audience for Dr. Larson?
And what is the fee for your services?
So that's a very good question. At Northern Nevada Hopes, we take all insurances, Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance. We have sliding fee scales for folks that are on lower end of their earnings. And for those who have no resources, we see them no matter what. So the best way to get an appointment at Northern Nevada Hopes is to call first thing in the morning to their regular clinic line, and folks will be there to answer your questions and get you in as soon as they can.
A great question, Ann. Dr. Larson, thank you so much for coming on the show and all you do. Dr. Trudy Larson with Northern Nevada Hopes.
Closed captioning for Aging and Awesome is brought to you by...
At Reno Eye Institute, you'll get the attention you deserve from a doctor who cares.
I came to Dr. Freeman because I needed cataract surgery. I needed it on both eyes, and Dr. Freeman was one of the few who could get me in right away. He cares about me, and I love him for that. You know, I can't say enough as to how well he takes care of you.
At Reno Eye Institute, our focus is you.
Now accepting new patients. Call Reno Eye Institute today at 451-7268.
Welcome back to Aging and Awesome. We are joining you from South Reno at Reno Regenerative Medicine, and Dr. Lloyd Decker is here. We're talking a little bit today about joint pain. I'm telling you, is there anybody that doesn't have joint pain as we age? It seems like we all get pretty darn stiff. I thought it was just a part of aging, and then probably it is part that your joints do go, but hopefully you've got some tips on how we can deal with it, avoid it maybe even?
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that.
Yeah? Okay, what causes joint pain?
Well, there's a couple things that can cause joint pain. You know, you can have an injury, you know, if you have a fall or something like that, yeah, you're gonna get injured and you're gonna have joint pain, but hopefully that'll be short-lived and you can return to, you know, going full speed. Then there's also, you know, like you said, aging, degeneration, that can cause joint pain, like arthritis and things like that. And that's a little bit of a different story. That happens when our joints don't work like they're supposed to, joints get inflamed and they start breaking down, and that causes pain.
Well, is that actually something that you should work through, or is that something that you need to let your joints rest?
You know, if you have a degenerated joint, really the best thing you can do, along with, you know, addressing the problem, is keep moving, because the less you use it, you know, the term move it or lose it, it's true.
Well, what kind of treatments do people generally go after for joint pain?
The standard of care typically is, let's say you have some knee pain. You might start with some ibuprofen or maybe some physical therapy or some chiropractic. If that doesn't work, people end up usually going to an orthopedic doctor.
Yeah.
And at an orthopedic doctor, they might do a cortisone injection, you know, something along those lines. Unfortunately, those are all just covering up symptoms. And typically those symptoms come back. You know, in the case of a cortisone injection, you might get one, it might work for a while, and then that pain starts to come back. And then you might do another one, and that one's not gonna work so well.
Because you build up a tolerance to it?
You build up a tolerance and it causes problems. You know, you get an 8% loss of bone in a joint after a cortisone injection. So once the injections aren't working, then you have to go to surgery. And then unfortunately, if the surgery doesn't get you the results you want, the next step is another surgery. And so it kind of gets to be a bumpy road, and that's the standard of care right now.
Okay, so what do you do differently here? How do you go about it?
Yeah, so really what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get people their health back without unnecessary drugs and surgery. And we do that by, we're trying to create, let's say we're talking about a knee. We're gonna try and create the ideal environment in this knee for that knee to heal. And we do that with all the therapies that we do and the cutting edge modalities that we have.
Yeah, and then is there ways to avoid having joint problems, or we're just all gonna experience it?
Aging is a thing, but there is a way that you can make it better, and that is you can stay active. You can be at an ideal weight for your body type. You can put good food in your body, and you can take care of yourself. And also, people get injured, things happen, and when that happens, addressing it, you know, taking care of yourself instead of being the person that says, I think this is just going to get better with time. I'm just going to kind of leave it alone. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Because that's how degenerative problems actually start.
So just strive for overall health.
Yeah, that's really the best thing you can do.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Lloyd Decker with Reno Regenerative Medicine. For 25 years, Northern Nevada Hopes has been providing medical, behavioral health, and wraparound services for people in need.
Hopes has always been about serving a community that didn't always get served and providing the services that they needed to be successful. It's right there, and so they can do all their things in one spot.
Celebrating 25 years. Northern Nevada Hopes, still growing, still serving, and looking forward to the next 25 years.
If you're 64 or 65 and newly eligible for Medicare, you only have a few months to enroll, or you may incur a late enrollment penalty. By understanding Medicare now, you'll have time to get a full picture of the choices that are right for you. Join experts from Senior Care Plus for a free ABCs of Medicare seminar to learn about Medicare and the options available to you. Sign up at seniorcareplus.com or call 775-982-3158 today.
Aging and Awesome is proudly presented by Sage Financial Advisors. Working to broaden your possibilities in retirement, Sage Financial Advisors wants you to discover the freedom that comes from working with their local and trusted team. They'll help you and your family navigate all aspects of your financial life. They're ready to help review your financial plan for retirement and offer options that empower you to make the best decisions for your financial future. So give them a call. Sage Financial Advisors. Secure your future wisely. Erin Breen here. If you have Medicare, you already know that good health care starts with choosing the right Medicare plan. That's why I'm here at the Medicare store, where they offer free, unbiased, personal Medicare advice. So come by or visit themedicarestore.com.
Hablamos español. Aging and Awesome is presented by The Trust Masters. If you own a home, you need a trust. It's what protects your assets after you're gone. Without a trust, those assets can be subjected to probate and take years to settle and cost you tens of thousands of dollars. The Trust Masters are here to help. They are not a legal firm, but a licensed and bonded legal documents preparation company, which means they are your affordable solution. Log on to trustmasters.com and register for a free workshop today. Living trusts. Don't leave Earth without one.
Wow, it's a beautiful day here in Reno. We're in Midtown, and I got a new contestant aboard, Kai's Cab. Welcome. Who do we got in the back?
Gina Martin.
Gina Martin. How are you, Gina?
I'm fine. I'm here for the chocolate.
She's here for the free chocolate, but you know the rules, right?
I hope they're easy.
I don't just give chocolate to anybody, Gina. Today, get 3 out of 4 questions, trivia questions correct, and you will get that wonderful chocolate, okay?
Okay.
But you're so sweet, maybe I'll... No, here I go again, trying to give it away for free. Okay, Gina.
Don't give it away for free.
You're gonna win it. Here we go. Question number 1, Gina. What is the real name of the agent 007? Is it A, David Copperfield, B, James Bond, C, Sherlock Holmes?
Bond. James Bond.
I love it, James Bond. Was that an easy one?
No, that was hard.
And
I just saw the movie.
Oh, good. How was it?
It was excellent.
I loved your impression there. That was awesome.
Okay.
All right, you got the first one. I think that was a softball. We're going to go a little harder for number 2. You ready?
Okay.
Question number 2 for Miss Gina. The elderly tend to be at risk of deficiency in which vitamin than younger people? Is it A, vitamin A, B, vitamin C, or D, vitamin D?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D, is that your final answer?
I'm the elderly, so I should know.
You are correct, Gina. Vitamin D is correct. Okay, good. Look at that. Now you just got to get this final.
One more.
And you are in like Flynn.
Okay.
Gina, I believe in you. Do you believe in Gina at home? Let's hear it for Gina. Question number 3. The mustard plant belongs to which of the following veggie family?
Oh, God.
A, cabbage, B, carrot, or C, onion?
The mustard plant? I would say onion.
Onion. Is that your final answer? Mustard seed?
No, cabbage.
Cabbage. Final answer?
It must be the other one.
You tell me, Gina. Cabbage or onion? Mustard?
Onion.
Onion. Final.
Cabbage.
This lady's trying to trip me out.
Cabbage.
Cabbage, that is correct. Yay. Gina, congratulations, you hung in there. I'm proud of you.
That was fun.
Yes, you did it. I wanted you to win so badly, so I stopped you on your 5th change of answer there to cabbage. You are a hoot. You are so fun. Thanks for watching Aging and Awesome. I love to ask everybody in the cab, you got 15 seconds here of fame to tell the world anything. What do you want to say?
Well, I was talking about Medicare today, so I want to tell them, don't call the football number.
I love that. The football guy from the 60s, right? No, you want to call a local company, and we have a great sponsor.
Stay local.
We love our local community stakeholders who keep Aging and Awesome on the air. So I, as the person who works with those wonderful companies, thanks for saying that.
Okay.
Thank you, Gina.
This was a lot more fun than I thought.
Kai's Cab is presented by Senior Care Plus, the only Nevada-based not-for-profit Medicare Advantage plan serving Washoe County and Carson City. Senior Care Plus, for the healthiest reasons.
Coming up next week, we're going to meet the man behind the voice of the Risky Biscuit Hayseed Hoot. His name is Dondo DeRue. He syndicates his novelty folk music show out of Truckee, California. And you can hear it all around the West. We're going to meet him and hear his take on radio and his passion for radio. That's next week on Aging and Awesome, 7 p.m. on CBS, right here in Northern Nevada.
Which brings us to this week's Something to Celebrate. Happy birthday to Fred Masterson, who turned 100 years old. Fred served in the United States Air Corps. He has 2 living daughters, 7 grandchildren, 11 great-grandchildren, and get this, Breen, 2 great-great-grandchildren.
Woo!
Congratulations, Fred. You are Aging and Awesome.
And if you have something to celebrate, let us know. Just send us all the details by heading to our website, agingandawesome.com, and we can feature you right here on the show as well.
That will do it for this week. Thanks for joining us here at the Virgil and from home. And we do want to thank our community stakeholders who make this show possible. A big thank you to
Trustmasters,
the Medicare Store,
the Better Business Bureau,
Eden Hospice and Eden Home Health,
Tom McDonald, Mutual of Omaha Reverse Mortgages,
Morningstar Senior Living of Sparks,
Reno Regenerative Medicine,
Lakeside Manor,
Marcia Rambeau with Realty One Group Eminence, Reno Eye Institute,
the TMJ and Sleep Therapy Center of Reno, and Senior Care Plus. And we'll see you right back here next week.
Bye.